Well, hello. Um, Today I'm going to tell a little bit more of my story, and I've also got a little bit of tarot card and angel card reading. Just food for thought, you know. Hang on. Just got my green order site. I just got my order from the green order site, which I'm so grateful for because Aurora is hard to order from when you have to wait to get the prescription. So again, to renew it. I already have a prescription, but it just needs to be renewed. I already took a tiny drop of RSO because it really helps me to just relax me, and it's also without all the smoking problems, right? So that's good. I love Rick Simpson oil. It's really great. But proceed with caution with that one. Oh yes, you be careful. If you need it for medicine, just a tiny drop, just hard. I mean, wait 2 hours. You can always add more. You can't take it away. I mean, I'm experienced with cannabis. This is just a regular energy drink, by the way, non-alcoholic. Anyhow, what was I going to say? I got lost in thought. Anyhow, start slow and then build up your tolerance after that, because you can always add more, but you cannot take it away. Just maybe have something to smoke if you want to get high right away, because it's really not worth it to race. When I first started to use it, I thought, hey, yeah, great, I'll try a third of a syringe. And once it became unblocked and it did that, but if I ever did ingest a third of a syringe, because I didn't have the tolerance, I would just pass out while I was walking, so I don't do that anymore. My goal is to be able to have a conversation. Okay, so when I was 8 years old, I moved in with my mother and my stepfather from somewhere that was so secure and so safe and warm and happy. And they wrapped me up in a blanket. They gave me a piece of toast with peanut butter on it. I thought, okay, great, they're going to coddle me because, oh, wait, I'm skipping ahead. First, there was this huge family meeting when I was about 8 years old, and it was like, okay, to my mother, basically she really wanted to take me because I'm her daughter, and she already had my sibling with her, and she's like, well, she really wanted me, right? And when I got there and they dropped me off, and I had this blanket wrapped around me and a piece of peanut butter toast. I went upstairs to that apartment downtown in the city that I lived in, and my venture into hell began. And I do mean hell. Hell on earth, anyway. I figured out that everything that I did was a mistake. Like, that piece of peanut butter toast was messy and dirty. And right away, I knew that everything I did was wrong, no matter how hard I tried. I always failed. What else can I really say about that? There are so many things to still explain about my story, and to go from safety like that at 8 years old, to be ripped from the arms of safety and put into the hands of people who should never have been parents, who I really genuinely wish that I was in the foster care system. And I'm not saying that for pity. I am just telling you that I am the victim of extreme abuse. And although that sometimes people might deny it, I would wish that I was a liar, because then attention seeking would be my only problem. That would be much better than living with the nightmares that I've lived with. But anyways, I will continue on that a little bit more for another day, on what ensued when I arrived at my destination of hell. I'll explain to you. bit by bit and piece by piece, but it's not, it's part of who I am and what made me who I am, and it might inspire you. And gosh, there's people in this world who come from war-torn places and things like that, and maybe they need a little bit of inspiration too. Not that I came from somewhere that was war-torn, but it felt very much like it, and I was afraid to lose my life for quite a long time. So maybe there's something that I can give to help other people who are going through the same kind of distress. But anyways, I did do a tarot card reading. I think it's for myself and for you guys too. That's what I think. It's kind of for all of us. Rockstar is where it's at. Okay, so this is the Three of Cups. And to me, it's just like love and groups and being a part of a group, feeling so accepted and happy. And just like, sharing fun. Friday. It's Friday, and that's what this card reminds me of. Although it is snowing like crazy in Calgary, so if you go out, be careful in the snow. And that is a very limited explanation. I am not an expert. This angel card says, ground yourself. And I find this especially helpful in healing in my life, because like when I feel so tense and I have disassociation problems because of the abuse, I feel like I can prevent that from happening by grounding myself. I mean, I still might feel a little dizzy, but it's nothing like it used to be where I forgot years of my life. It's gotten a lot more stable now because I've learned techniques to ground myself, and that is a very angelic thing to learn. Anyways, I hope that you all are having a great day. All three of you are having a great day. And I'm so happy that I got to share this message with you. And I'm feeling a lot better than I have been in the last couple of days. I had a great time with my best friend, and I think that for me, the full moon energy in Virgo, which is kind of hoo-ha stuff, because I'm so scientific, but I'm so like philosophical, new agey too. But the full moon energy, because it's like the full moon was in Virgo, and that's my 11th house of friends, and there was a lot of issues that I had to work on with my best friend on friendship. But then on the full moon, it all just turned out to be magical. So I think if you do the hard work for the full moon, then the finale will be great. It's just putting in the hard work is very emotional, and it had been an emotional time. Lots of those planets in Pisces, I guess, but anyways, that's just silly. I used to use that all the time to kind of learn and pass the time with my Asperger's. I love the details of the houses and the planets and the natal charts, and it's just fascinating stuff. Anyway, and tarot cards too, 78 cards with reversals. That's lots of combinations. But really, I am intuitive as well. I don't think I would have survived if I didn't have a combination of intelligence and intuition, because before I got help for my PTSD, I used to always say to myself that I was like a bird on a wire, and I could just pick up on things because like I had to do that to stay alive, and I don't think it ever has left me. Anyways, this is finally goodbye. This is so embarrassing, but I don't care. I'm putting it up anyway.